And the Right Livelihood Award goes to Yetnebersh Nigussie, a young woman from Ethiopia who grew up experiencing being discriminated against as a woman coming from a so-called developing country, but especially also having lost her eyesight at the age of 5. And she really turned this discrimination into a strength. She built up an organization working for the rights of blind and disabled people. And in that way, she's really become a force for positive social change in Ethiopia. And even beyond Ethiopia, she has become a voice that is heard in many countries of the world and has become a real beacon of hope for the 1 billion people in the world who live with some kind of disability and who get hope and courage from her message, which is that we may have one disability, but we have 99 abilities. And it's this message of courage and hope that she receives the award for.
There have already been 4 people who have won this award before from Ethiopia, and being the 5th actually, and the only young woman and the only person with a disability to win this globally is something very unique. It's not only for the disability movement that my achievements need to be told and my achievements need to be shared. I am also a woman having a disability. That makes it an opportunity to contribute back to another group of circle of influence, which is women. My work, my contributions in Ethiopia were not only limited to the disability movement. They impacted also other minority movements, including women's movement, including youth movement. I am confident to say that such contributions have changed the perception of people that women with disabilities are not only recipients of aid, recipients of charity, but also they're contributors. Now there is an increasing interest by people in Ethiopia, including government, to listen to what I say, not only on disability issue, but in strategic political decisions, including civil society, including human rights, including women's rights, including child protection. I believe that's how you can see your impact, whether you have inspired others or not. If I can change one thing in the world, I would change people's mindset to think that inclusion is the norm. Quite so many people think that exclusion is a norm. No, exclusion was not the norm before. We had inclusive societies, classless societies before. For me, inclusion is something new, which we brought in as societies grow. So if I could change this world, I would change the mindset of people to make sure that they think inclusively in a manner which embraces all types of diversities. I have faced a number of discriminations, both for being blind as well as a woman. This world is constructed in a manner which you have to follow certain procedures and rules. So if you are a woman, you need to be a very delivering wife, working hard and maybe looking into the eyes of your boyfriend, certain aspects. So as a blind person, I have witnessed a number of discriminations, both in the mainstream as well as in the disability movement. It was not easy for me to become a leader as a woman with a disability in a disability movement which was highly dominated by men. It was again a challenge for me to be mainstreamed fully into the society, even to date with a man without a disability. The assumption being that if you are a woman with a disability, either you don't need a fiancé, or if you need one, you have to get one with a disability. Those assumptions were blocks in my life.
The so-called, unwanted ones are always felt wanted. The unaccepted ones always felt accepted. So, yeah, those are two my basic kind of my startup capitals. But I keep on refilling my inspiration by people who are not on the media, by people whom you don't get in.
And they become your leverage towards the big picture, the long victory of seeing an inclusive society in the world. I'm gonna crush with somebody. I think that's a real threat. If we really want everybody to look the same, everybody to think the same, then